Hey everyone. So today I have a tag. It's the 15 random facts about me tag. And I was tagged by Claudee, which I will link her channel below. She tagged me, so thank you, Claudee. So let's get started. These are really pretty random. When I was born, I was blonde hair. I was. Well, yeah. I had blonde hair and blue eyes. And my brother, I just have an older brother, he also was blonde and blue-eyed. And the thing was, my mother and father both wore dark hair, dark eyes. And some lady had asked my mother, "What'd your husband say?" That would have been scandalous. She's like, "What are you talking about?" Okay. Number 2, I was painfully shy as a child. I mean, like, my mother had to go somewhere, and she'd leave me at her friend's house. I would sit on her friend's chair and just admire her house and how clean it was. Wouldn't say anything. I was I don't know why, but yeah, I was painfully shy as a child. And when I say that, like, even now, like, in certain situations, I can be kind of shy, or let's say quiet. But people are kind of surprised when they hear, like, "You shy, really?" I'm like, "No, really." Number 3. So going through grammar school, I went to Catholic school for 12 years. My 4 years of high school was an all-girl Catholic school. But this is kind of mixed 3 and 4. I wanted to be a clown, a meteorologist, a mortician, and then my last one was a cosmetologist. The reason why I wanted to be a clown was I had been a clown for Halloween when I was younger, but I didn't do the makeup to my face. And then when I got into like the 6th grade and started playing around with regular makeup, I was a clown for Halloween, and I loved the clown makeup. Loved doing it. Loved the way it came out. I was actually a clown 2 years in a row. That's how much I loved the makeup. I remember telling my mother that I wanted to be a clown. She said, "Clowns are bombies. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, so, then I wanted to be a meteorologist. Weather actually still does interest me. I like to watch the Weather Channel at times. So my brother, made the joke of Bobo, the meteorologist. Then I went through a phase of wanting to be a mortician. I don't know. Don't ask why I came up with these things. And then, like, by 8th grade, I wanted to be a cosmetologist. And I actually went to the wrong school because our public high school actually had a cosmetology course, which I should have went and did, but I went to an all-girl Catholic high school. That was more geared towards college, which I've never been to. That's just another extra random fact. I did graduate cosmetology school. I went for a year after high school. But as I talk about in my addiction story, I did graduate, but I never took the state board because I was afraid I'd fail. So I didn't take the boards. But I did work as a cosmetologist for a little while and realized that I really wasn't my... I mean, I liked doing certain aspects of it, but not all of it, if that makes sense. The place I used to work at, the owner had me doing all of his braids. And I think there was 2 reasons why. One, I don't think he knew how to do some of them, and he couldn't be bothered. Where I loved styling hair, like, if he was really busy, he would sit people in my chair and I'd style their hair. But the thing was, they were going to him, so they wanted the whole package. Like, I didn't... Anyway. Off topic as usual. So after I realized I didn't want to be a hairdresser, I decided I'm going to go to secretarial school. Yep, there, that's what I want to do. Went to secretarial school long enough to learn how to type and quit that. I never was a secretary either, by the way, just to let you know. Number 7, I got sober. I was 25 years old when I got sober. Number 8, I don't like cooked fish. And what I mean by that is like salmon and those kind of fish. I don't like it cooked. Though I love sushi. Like Chilean sea bass, like those things. I mean, I like shrimp, lobster, calamari, scallops. But give me fish, unless it's sushi, I don't like it. I've tried, and I love to cook. I do. Whether it's my own makeup recipe, or even when I do have recipes, I kind of tweak them. Like the first time I may go exactly how the recipe is, and then we'll tweak as I go. You know, if I make it again and everybody likes it, I'll tweak it as I go. I also love to clean. I am known as the friend when you're moving to call to come clean your house. My one girlfriend thinks, I'm nuts, but I feel like cleaning is so therapeutic. Like, if I'm pissed off and I clean, I can guarantee you by the time I'm done, I feel better. And then the house looks good too. But I love to clean. And I was like obsessive when I was little, like when I was 7, like I had like pink walls, and I remember like filling like a big bucket up with like bleach and like wiping down the wall. Yeah. I was a little crackhead that age too. Number 11, I have arthritis in my spine. I was diagnosed probably after I had my kids. My brother is a chiropractor, and he would come to my house and adjust me, and when I was working for him, he was like, "What do you mean your back still hurts?" I'm like, "Oh, every day I wake up, it's so stiff and this and that." So he took x-rays, and it showed bone spurs, and so I probably shouldn't have had him diagnose me. No. But at least I knew what it was, I didn't think I was nuts. I mean, I did honestly feel like, only older people can get that. And it was weird because at my heaviest, when I was pregnant, I mean, my back would bother me from time to time, but not really. It only got worse. As I lost weight, that's when I started to feel it more than when I was heavier. Go figure. Anyway, so I don't let my back, like it's bothering me right now, but I try not to let it interfere in my life. I have a heating pad. The heating pad is my best friend. So, sometimes my back will wake me up in the morning, and I just put some heat to it, help unstiffen it, and go about my day. I was a hospice nurse for 6 years. I should really do a video on hospice. That job, especially the first 4 years, it was an amazing job. I felt really blessed to have had family share their family member with me. You had to have a sense of humor, though. You cannot work in hospice and not have a sense of humor. No, you really... and I can honestly say I really didn't take it home with me. Usually when I left work, I left it there. Some of the stories, very sad. And of course, you get close to some of the patients, and then they pass away. For people that don't know, I have 3 kids. My oldest is 21. He lives with my mother. He started living there before my father died. And then once my father died, we just kind of left him with my mother so he could, take care of my mother, vice versa. And, he loves it. He's with his grandmother. So, my mother thinks he's 4. And she'll say, like, I told him he has to fend for himself. I'm like, he's 21. And she laughs, 'cause she knows. Grandmothers are. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is 21. My middle one, he will be 15, Shane, the one that had the issues with his appendix. And my daughter just turned 13. I got engaged last October on my 4-year anniversary. And I will be getting married May 2nd, 2015. It'll be my 2nd wedding, so I'm not really doing anything super big. We're going to just get married inside the place. And, I'm not going to get a wedding dress. Probably just a fancy dress. I don't even, color-wise, I'm not even sure of the color. But nothing major. We want something, small and sweet. The one thing we are going to do is our own vows. I'd always wanted that. And kind of amazing how, I was married once before, another random fact, and divorced. But it's kind of weird because I've always wanted, from the time I ever wanted to get married, I always thought, that the vows are so generalized, and everybody has those vows, the ones that don't write their own. And I thought, how nice is it to really personalize your vows? But kind of strange, the first time around I didn't do that. So, yeah, that's one of the things we will be doing is our own vows. So, that is my 15 random facts. And yes, they were very random. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you haven't done this tag, I tag you to do it. I don't like to tag people in case they don't get to watch. And then they're like, oh my God, it was a month ago. And so, I tag anybody that wants to be tagged. Thank you, Claudee, for tagging me. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.